We are at the Knik River campground just outside of Anchorage. It's a little drive up the Old Glen Highway, which is a beautiful drive. They've changed things around here a little bit. They've cleaned it up and they've started to charge for camping here. It's $10 per night. And this is a recreational place where you can see behind me a lot of ATVs and little motorcycles. This is super cute, the little kids coming up behind me right now. And we had to put it in four-wheel drive to get to the spot that we're at right now. Aren't they adorable? We're not too concerned about the noise from the ATVs because it's actually really fun to watch them. I feel like we're camped in the middle of their little playground though. Because that's where they like to cross. It's cute. Anyway, this part right here is really sandy. We haven't decided if we're gonna stay in this spot yet. Ember is super happy right here, but she's gonna get dirty. She is already dirty. Jim is trying to decide if we're gonna cross the river and go to this little point down here, which again, I don't know if we're gonna be in anybody's way camped right there. I guess, you know, they said you could just park wherever, but I don't want to get in the way of the ATVs either, so. Knowing him, he's gonna push it. I definitely don't recommend coming out to this part of Knik River Campground if you don't have four-wheel drive, but we've only utilized it, what? How often have we used four-wheel drive? Was that the first time?
Yep.
First time. What do you think about over there?
I think we should go. Oh, you mean park on that point?
Yeah. No, because
it's all wet water.
Yeah, if it's wet and muddy, I don't really want to.
We won't be able to get in that. We'll be sitting there all night.
I don't want to do that. This spot is actually really perfect. It's level, it's gravel, and it's beautiful. Look behind me. Can you see that? And right behind us, past that point that we were thinking about going to, is a bunch of other people. It looks like they use their trucks to get out there, but we're trying to figure out if they're stuck. We're using the outdoor table for the first time. Jim got a little creative, put a rock underneath it, because we're not completely level with this table, and it, you know, adjusts a little bit. It'd be great if it just adjusts a little bit more. But it's worth a try. It's extra space, I guess. So when we talked to the camp host out here, she said that somebody came out and bought the property, and well, actually he's owned it for a while, right? He's owned the property, and people would come out here and just boondock and camp for free. But he's put a lot of time and effort into hauling out things like pallets and beer bottles and nails and stuff like that that could, I don't know, people are coming, it looks like people are coming out here and dumping stuff for a while. So for dinner tonight, we are having caribou sausage jambalaya. And this caribou sausage is very special. It came from my brother-in-law, Jim, and he got the caribou and had it processed. We're gonna use half for jambalaya tonight and half for caribou sausage burritos in the morning. Super excited about dinner tonight. So I have to tell you that Jim is still contemplating crossing, and he's talking about going that way, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think I may have talked him out of it, because had we not seen 3 trucks now so far being pulled out, they've gotten stuck. This probably isn't the best place to try out the four-wheel drive, a crossing a river. Haven't decided yet. That's me. Okay. Being a scaredy cat. Meow. Jim is flying his drone up over there now because it looks like another truck has gotten stuck. But I really want to test out the four-wheel drive on this. I mean, we'll get plenty of chances to do that this winter for sure. And Sherry, I know you're telling us not to. You've been stuck. Jim's been stuck. He had to pay to get pulled out in his truck. And this thing is heavier than a freaking truck, right? Anyway, dinner's cooking. The view is gorgeous. And we're super happy to be here. So it looks like the caribou sausage jambalaya turned out perfect. It is long grain rice, onions, bell pepper, paprika, and some spices, and of course jalapeno cheddar caribou sausage from my brother-in-law. The wind has died down a little bit and the mosquitoes have started to come out, so Jim is putting up the screen on the back. It just snaps into place. And that way we can keep the back doors open, and we're gonna light a fire here pretty soon, which will make the mosquitoes go away even more. The wind has died down and I just started that beautiful fire. The water is gorgeous. The people who were stuck out there, they got out, and it probably took them, for all we know, it took them at least 10 hours. So not quite sure that we're gonna actually attempt to go out there. Depends on how brave Jim is feeling. That's what this thing is for though, right? Okay, so taking a shower out here was just unbelievable. We have the opportunity to get clean out in the middle of nowhere where nobody can see you. Felt great. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to go to bed, and this is my view right out the back. I'd really love to leave these doors open. Like everything else that we've been doing lately, gorgeous, beautiful, peaceful, and I am relaxed. So I want to show you a little bit about the bed. I guess we just showed you the shower, so we have to have 2 pillows on our bed. Just makes our necks a little bit more comfortable. And the width of the bed is 6'7", so if you are under that, you will not have to bend your knees to sleep. And I used to sleep on the outside, but Jim tends to wake up earlier than me in the morning, so I have started to come to this side. It'd probably be easier if I could show you how we both fit into this bed, because Jim is 6'2" and I am 5'7", and we actually fit in here very well. I hope you enjoyed our little stay here along the Snake River. He got a lot of good drone shots today, and we really enjoyed our time here. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night. Peace out. Good morning.
Good morning.
So he hasn't had his coffee yet, but he made coffee this morning. We made French press.
Hawaii coffee.
Yeah, 100% Kona coffee. I'm making a cheddar jalapeno caribou sausage breakfast burritos. We went to the store and threw some stuff in the fridge. We got some eggs, and I brought some cheese. And then I also have 2 different types of sausage. For the milk, we got the little one, and creamer hot dogs, our kenai dip, and then all of our condiments over there. But you can see that the fridge holds a pretty good amount of stuff. I would say if we organized it right, which I haven't done yet, we could get at least a week's worth of planned meals in there. And we've used the freezer a couple times already, and it keeps things pretty frozen. Keeps things frozen. I will point out one thing that we have noticed happening. The thermostat back there seems to move on its own. It gets turned to colder, and the first couple days that we had this, we found that everything we had in here was frozen, like our fresh vegetables and our lettuce and stuff. But I haven't had that issue on this trip yet. We'll have to figure out how to fix that. River campground was pretty darn fun. It was nice to play with the 4-wheel drive on this. Went back and forth about that. Saw other people getting stuck and decided we can do it, and we did it. So we learned that if we hadn't purchased the Revel, we would have never gone out there. Well, we were considering other van options. We would have been worried about keeping it clean or bottoming out. It was soft sand and gravel. We would have never gone to that area. And it used to not be a campground like it is now, where you have to pay. So just keep in mind that it's $10 if you want to stay at that campground. There's no facilities, no bathrooms, no hookups, nothing like that. It's sort of like a, well, from what you saw, right? No facilities, no hookups, and it's a free-for-all, and you just park wherever. Keep in mind that there's a lot of all-terrain vehicles, ATVs out there, motorcycles, and that is sort of their area as well. So we had no problem with the fact that they were around us, and they were enjoying the river. A lot of Jeeps out there, a lot of 4x4 trucks, and one of us, which felt pretty darn good. After driving around a little bit and exploring Connect River Road, we discovered that there are some areas around there that you can boondock for free. I believe it's the north side that you can cross, and they don't charge over there. We were on the south side. So as you're going down the Old Glen Highway, if you turn left, that's the pay parking, and if you turn right, it's free. And that's also where the boat launch is as well. So if you like this video, give us a like and a thumbs up. And if you want to follow us on our more adventures around Alaska, go ahead and hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified about future videos, go ahead and ding our bell. Thanks for joining us today. It was fun. We'll see you later.